Hello. Holy shit, you got here in like 14 seconds. Hello, hello. Hello, guys. Was I? Hello. I feel like I haven't been on in ever. I was like, okay, I need to come on today. I'm going to come on for an hour and chill with you guys for an hour. And then I got to get off. Yes. I have to go to the store and get something before it closes. It closes at 10, so I'm giving myself enough time. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to cut it too close. I'll get off at like 9:15, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, 9:50 latest. It's another term for rehab. And everyone's like, oh, like there's rehabilitation. I'm like, no, she's in rehab. So if you guys, I'm going to put the link in the description box to the video. Okay? That I was saying that when she left to off her show, she was on rehab. And I feel like when she dropped down that day on Halloween, that was something that was drug related. She didn't necessarily have to have been high in that moment. But what I sensed, I felt like it was like maybe she was on a bender, she wasn't taking care of herself, and that's what caused that. So it's like natural caused, it's like, how can I say it? Natural caused reaction, but infused, but influenced by drugs. Hey, Queen of Sheba. I'm on earlier today, y'all. I want to see how the evening rush looks like. Hey, Siobhan. I didn't see. Hey. Hello. Well, there's that, but like, it's also if you're doing drugs, like when you do drugs, say for her drug of choice is cocaine. Cocaine gnaws down your appetite. You don't want to eat when you're on cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Queen, yes. You got to. So if you guys are not following me on Instagram, I think everyone that's here pretty much follows me on Instagram. So, and if anyone that watches me that's following me on Instagram, my links are in the description box where I put up videos or put up things of that came to pass. I know! It's been a while. When's the last time I was on? Like sometime last week? I don't know. I just felt like I needed a me time. I didn't feel like going on. I think it was probably the retrograde, but I didn't feel like going on. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take a break. Sorry, I'm in my little dress here, but if I go like this, it makes it look like I'm naked. But I didn't feel like going on. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give myself a break. I'm like, every time I decide to do that, and I always decide against it, and I said this time around, I'm going to honor myself and actually, take a meeting. The Mercury Retrograde's been okay. It's been okay. It's working more on like mental stuff I need to work through that I've never really. I had maybe a couple things with electronics, and maybe one or two people I haven't talked to in a very long time. I've heard from. You know what I mean? Ade! But it's been okay. Me and Ade have been talking over this Mercury Retrograde, child. Hello, Mara Mays. SAG. I know. Just letting y'all know. Oh, yeah, London's probably still at work. I'm like, oh, wait, I don't even see London. But just letting y'all know, if you'd like to get a psychic reading, a psychic question answered in the live chat is $15 for 2 questions, $10 for one. Kevin, if you don't mind, I'm gonna make you a moderator. Oh no, you already are a moderator. Okay. And when it comes to I accept PayPal. She's probably still at work because I'm never on this early. So she's probably still at work. I remember you're coming on April 3rd. I remember. I almost forgot. I almost planned a trip on that weekend to go away. I was going to plan a trip to go away. I was like, oh shit, no. I think Brian said he's coming. So now that this retrograde is going to be done soon, I can start planning my son's birthday because my son's birthday is next month. So I can start planning the party. Over the retrograde, I was like, I'm not planning anything because I don't want to plan anything and make anything turn to shit. So I was like, I'm going to wait until after the retrograde before I start planning anything. Actually, let me light this candle. Take the plastic off of it. Oh, you have one question? Okay, just send it through PayPal. I'm going to use the back of this. I don't have. There we go. Boom. We have to make the Mercury Retrograde proud of us. It's true. You know, I'm mindful, but usually like Mercury Retrograde is like a time that I shut down. But the Mercury Retrogrades this year are pretty short because this one's 28 days. I'm not sure when I think the next one. I'm not sure when the next one is, but I know there's one that comes around my birthday, and that's only for like I think. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's only for 2 weeks. So for some reason, the Mercury retrogrades are getting shorter. I'm not sure how that works when it comes to the planetary shifts and how the planets orbit around the sun. But yeah, this one is like 28 days. So today is the 19th, so it'll be done next week, Thursday, which is good. At least we end the month with it, like, you know, being gone. Can you believe, like, next month is the end of the month? Next week? The Saturday, okay, Thursday is going to be the 29th. Saturday, Sunday. So the first is the Monday following, is the 1st of April. Isn't that friggin' insane? Like, we're flying through this year. Is Saturn retrograde? It's funny. Saturn retrograde, I don't know. Hi, Vanessa. It's, Saturn retrograde is, let's see. We're literally done with the first quarter. That's just like, yo, get your shit together. Saturn retrograde. And Christina, I got your payment. You can ask your questions. Hello, Brittany Simmons. So if you like to, you can ask your personal questions. Like I said, $15 for 2 questions, $10 for 1. And also, if you have any celebrity psychic questions, you can ask them right now. Let's see. I don't see it. When does it start? Oh, it starts April 29th. April 29th till June 21st. And that, yeah. So it starts the end of April. It's challenging to heal past wounds. A lot of past life stuff comes up. Karma. So what you put out there is what you get back. So a lot of people, like, if you have been doing wrong, like, that's around the time that most people get hit. You know what I mean? If you're doing well, you know, if you've done well, this is the time for you to reap your rewards. I feel like Mercury's conjunction with Neptune which is kind of like, oh. Is Saturn losing its rings? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not that great on astrology or astronomy either. Mara Mays, this year has been horrible for me so far this year. I'm ready for the new year. Wow. Girl, you have like how many months left? You have like 9 months left in the year. It's too early to be giving up on this year. Okay, so my first question is, do you think if I travel alone, I have a decent time thinking of just going on my own? I feel like you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna end up meeting a guy out here, or maybe maybe it's a guy you already know that you kind of reconnect with and kind of go back and forth with. But I feel like you're gonna come and see me too. Remember, you have me out here, so girl, if you come out here, like we'll go do something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I think you will have a good time. Just letting y'all know, if any of you guys that plan on taking a trip to Toronto, just let me know. We could do lunch, brunch, breakfast, dinner. No, I will. I'm down. If you come out here, depending on when you come and when I'm here, I'm down to hang out. No problem. I don't even remember saying that to you before. Coming to Montreal. Montreal's 6 hours away from me. I was actually supposed to go to Montreal this weekend that passed, but plans changed. And to be honest, I'm kind of happy that they changed because I was gonna go anyways. But then my boy was just like, yeah, like it's best that you come at like in April. And I'm like, you know what, you're right, because at the end of the day, like I just realized it's Mercury Retrograde, and like that plane crash happening. I'm sorry, like it put a bad taste in my mouth. So I was just like, I need some time. I think it's just like a reaction to the channeling. Like that's what it is. Like it's like a reaction. Like whenever I get, then I start to rock. It's just like a thing I do. What's your second question, Christina? Because you bought 2 questions. Avant. Give me a second. What do you mean? What's going on with Avant right now? I haven't heard nothing about him in a long time. Oh, and Vico, did you end up going away on that trip? If you did, I need to hear details. Oh, okay. He has a lot of money problems. Right away I just saw that. I just saw money problems. Like just like things are just not going right with him right now. And he's trying to find a way to figure his shit out, but it's like how he decides to go about it. It's like he obviously thinks that he needs to go about it in a very dark way. But I don't think things are going good around him right now. He might work on a song with somebody though. I see that. He has 6 months to live. Possibly. I can't see that. I'm not that good with death. Though I do get death predictions though. But I see him like just walking around. Like he's stressed. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have no money right now. But like his money is weird. Like maybe if he has means, like maybe it's like if he has means, like it's not coming his way the way he anticipated. Okay. We do need to talk about a Vico. As I want to know, because I was thinking about doing ayahuasca. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure about it. That's why I'm just trying to get as much feedback from everyone as I can. Yeah, I don't know why I see a song. I don't know if it's like he worked on the song or if somebody samples something that is his. But I just see a song I see something coming up, like new music. But I feel like it's working with like a current star or something. Something of that nature. Hi, Janique. Oh, hold on. Let me answer Christina's second question. Are there any messages in my dream? I had a strange dream last night where it seemed my mom was communicating with me. You're going to have to tell me what the dream was. But I feel like she was probably most likely trying to communicate with you. She's showing you that she's there. Because sometimes you feel like you're alone and no one understands you. And she wants to show you that she's there and she understands you. You went to... Okay. You need to start writing your dreams down. Because they don't make any sense in the moment. They eventually will. You have 5 ceremonies? I heard people usually have 2. Hello, Veronica. Oh, wow. Have you ever thought about getting into teaching? That would be amazing for you because like you could do like art with the kids and stuff like that. At least that would be like a nice solid job to have. You know what I mean? We were talking about Wendy Williams and the fact that let's stay on topic considering that I made that the title. We're talking about I confirmed that Wendy Williams was in rehab. And I want to obviously do this video to kind of like expand on that. Oh, Ocean's upstairs. See, when I'm downstairs, because like when you don't see him, it's because I'm in the basement. He does always love coming in the basement, but he's upstairs with my parents, so he's there chilling. Plus, I want to make it quick and be able to concentrate. Like it's like when I have Ocean on, it's like okay, like I'm not really timing myself on live, but I'm just going on now because I was gonna like go. I was gonna go to the store, go over my errand, and then come back and do a live. But then my God, like I was feeling in my spirit, like no, go on now. So I was like, okay, all right, I'll go on now. Brittany, high school though, what'd you say? All right, yes. Hi, Stream Brizzy. It's so funny. I used to use that chant all the time. Stream Brizzy. It's a money chant. I used to say it all the time. If you say that, you say it like, you can chant this. One time I chanted that for like, I found a video and I chanted it for like 8 minutes and I got $400. Yes. Like, so he called me, was like, and then after I made $400. And trust me, that was a big deal in the time it happened because those are the days when I was like, broke. So when that happened, I was like, woo! Hey, 305 Capricorn. Yeah, this one's, oh, hi, Aaron. I haven't seen you so long. This one has been, it's pretty intense. It's pretty intense. Like the intensity of it. it's like, it's a lot. Like my phone, I dropped my phone. I kept dropping my phone over and over and over and over again. Like, I was like, what the freak? And then I talked to my cousin, and I haven't talked to my cousin in so long. Like, literally, like, oh, Stacey has a question. I haven't talked to my cousin in so long. Like, I probably haven't talked to my cousin in, like, well, I haven't seen her in, like, almost 10 years. But at that time when she messaged me, I hadn't talked to her in, like, 5-6 years, something crazy like that. Yeah, I saw it. What's your question? What's coming up for me? Well, that's a very generic question. Let's see. Okay, have you moved yet? Did you move yet? I just think my eyebrows done. So you guys see me always combing them over. I've been growing them in so I could change the shape of them. My eyebrows go so damn fat. Like my eyebrows, since I became a mother, my eyebrows go way slower than they used to. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I see you. Okay, like I said, I see you getting a place. It feels like it's wherever the place is. It feels like it's short term. What? You know what? And it's so funny. Why don't you look into Airbnb? Because you could do short term stays and you don't have to get a lease. I see you going somewhere, and it's almost like you're staying there short term until you actually find yourself a place. It doesn't feel long. It's almost like you're going to stay there for like 3 months, and then you're going to move into a place. But it's like you're going to move into a place, and it feels like you're going to stay at that place for a year, and then you're going to move into another place when your lease is up, one more to your liking. That makes sense? Yeah, you're going to have a job soon. I get the number 2, so I feel like within 2 weeks you're going to hear from a job. Yeah, a job's coming up for you soon, within 2 weeks. Like something's just, I know you need a job right away, but something's telling me like, I don't know, I just heard this, but I heard literally don't worry about the job's coming. There's already a job there for you. Like there's already a job that has been picked out for you. They just wanted you to get out of that place, out of that apartment. No, I feel like you're gonna hear something in 2 weeks. Maybe it's 2 jobs. I don't know, but I see 2 weeks. I see 2 weeks. I see another job. Feels like 2 weeks, and you're gonna hear from them by the end of the week. Like maybe within 2 weeks on like a Friday or something, you're gonna hear from them from the end of the week. It's like as soon as the Mercury retrograde goes out, things are gonna start moving again. But the reason why that happened the way it did, because they wanted you to leave that apartment. But there's already a job picked out for you. I already see it. It's a job in the office. It's an office job. It pays decent, but you can move your way up. It feels like you can move your way up in it. Like they're pretty generous and fair with raises and promotions. You know what I mean? I was told was the land the apartment was complex now is a build on. What do you mean? Like what do you mean? Like what was the history of the land that it was built on? No, we haven't talked about Wendy yet. We're gonna talk about Wendy soon. We're gonna get into Wendell. Is that what you guys call her? Wendell? Why don't we call her Wendell? Child! That makes a lot. Wendell Bartholomew. I think. Go ahead. Rufus. Oh, gosh. That makes a lot of sense. Upstate New York. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they wanted you out of there. You guys wanted you out of there. It was like, you need to turn a new leaf. That's what I heard. And these people don't think about nothing. They'll say, oh, let me consecrate the land. Let me do something to it. You know? Right. Right. That makes a lot of, that's why they want you to leave. Turn a new leaf. Hello, Kiki. Oh my gosh. I hate the fact that I just want to be like, I'm not going to say it. Let's just say, I was about to say something that has the same effect as that shark song. But I was just like, no, I'm not going to do it. You're welcome. I know. I was going to do it. There goes my boo. There goes my boo, Miss NOIB. You're like a House of Stars live chat staple. Okay? You are like one of the staples. That's like you, and there goes Jamie. Hello, Jamie. Okay, so we're gonna get into the Wendy side of it. Okay, what's this timestamp? 28:33. 28:33. Let me write that down so I could put that in the description box that when people want to watch the reading where it starts. I need to start getting in a better habit of doing that. 28:33. Okay, I'll keep that. Oh gosh, I have 20 minutes. Let me hurry. I know. You're listening while driving. I know that's right. You better keep your eyes on the road, honey. Keep your eyes on the road. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to be reading on Wendy Williams. Can somebody get me her birthday? What's Wendy Williams' birthday? Maybe I should just Google it. Maybe somebody's faster than me. I don't know. I know she's a Cancer. I just don't know her birthday. I'm just going to look it up. I was wondering if it's maybe somebody would have found it fast, would have known something of the nature. July 18th, 1969. All right. So let me get into it. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I was like, how did you get that so fast as she's driving? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So what I see around Wendy right now, like her letting everybody know that she was in a sober house, like that, I feel like almost like she had to confess that because she almost felt like if she started to act weird or be different, or like her breakdown and how her demeanor is caught or noticeable anyway, she wanted everyone to be able to like just know, like, okay, it could be because she's going through her recovery. Like for her, it was like a weight lifted off her shoulders. Because I think, like, obviously, you know what I mean? Obviously, obviously goes back to the whole thing with her fainting on TV and everything like that. She's like, she doesn't want to go through the same situation where her addiction shows up on camera. So she thought, like, you know, by putting it out there and saying, like, this is her issue and this is what she's going through, would be the weight lifted off her shoulders. So it's like, okay, you know, it's right there. You know, I do feel bad for her. I generational attachment for or an attachment that she accepted before I came into. Amen. Yeah, I feel like, and a lot of us did that. That's a really good point, Miss Inobe. And I feel like that's what it is, because she has a long stint of like drug use, like, you know, like it's like drug, like she's a living, like she's an addict, you know what I mean? Like, and you know, they do say, like, obviously when you go to like rehab, that even though you recover, you're still considered an addict because you have that in you, because you once were an addict. And it's like she's been using drugs for years, that it's like it's really hard for her to get to that place of really living a life of being sober. And I think it doesn't really have to do with her. It's like, it's also like your body makeup, your DNA just kind of just shifts back. I feel like she's been going through the hard part of it for a while now. It was getting to the place that I feel like she started to lack back on like meetings and going places. Like she was going through like an isolation stage where she was like having to talk herself out of leaving the house, or having to talk herself into like being around certain people. You know what I mean? And that also does come with the thing that you said. I feel like it's coke. It is. I think it's cocaine. It's cocaine. It's cocaine. There's alcohol. And I feel like sometimes there's pills. So maybe like cocaine Xanax, you know what I mean? Because I'm not feeling like it's like, I'm not feeling like strong opiate like. I'm feeling more, you know what I mean? Like that's what it is. And I feel like how it is with her, it's like a lot of her childhood shit's coming out. You might hear her talk about it. Like she has a lot of childhood demons. Like I'm wondering if she was like she was touched when she was younger or something. There's something in her childhood that brings her this kind of like humiliation. Like that little girl always comes out to play. You know what I mean? And that makes a lot of sense, because you know, sometimes it's like you have some people that, like, she's good at what she does, shading people, because she's good at taking the attention off of her. Because she always has this thing to her where she always feels like everybody, she has this big dark demon, and everyone's life seems to be like it's going just fine, and they don't have to live with her demon. You know what I mean? Yeah, she was bullied about her weight, but I feel like there was abuse as well. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like in the midst of her also being overweight, like she was humiliated in some way, and that only chalks up to being sexually abused. Because a lot of children, I feel like there's a lot of like trail and connection between like obesity in children, and also having to do with sexual assault. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I just feel like I just see this little girl, and I feel like she has to be anywhere between the ages of 6 to 9. And that little girl always comes up. Like she's never really gotten help with that. I think it's almost like she doesn't ever. It's like the help could have been there, but it's like she's never wanted to let it go. Because sometimes you hold on to your demons for comfort because you feel like it protects you from it not happening to you again. It's like PTSD. You know what I'm saying? It's like You go through the state of avoidance. You go through the state of holding on or constantly remembering what happened to you because you don't want that to happen again. Like, I feel like it's a lot of that keeps repeating and happening over and over again for her. So I feel like there's that. She's going to get to a space where she's going to get open to getting people to host, different people to host. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like her workload is going to start to lessen. Like, even like when it comes to like her camera time and stuff like that. Because she's at a place right now where she's back, but she's just like, okay, this is what triggered me before. So maybe I need to scale back a little bit and not get myself in a space of like overworking myself too much. Yeah, it's because I'm taking drugs. Oh, her thyroid. Okay, that makes sense. How is she as a mother? I feel like she's a decent mom. She's not a horrible mom, but it's not like, I don't think that she hasn't been neglectful, but at the same time, that's another thing too. Like, she finds it hard to always stay present. And that also probably ties into the fact why she doesn't have any, like, she only has that one child. Because it's like she would have to get sober to actually have a child. Exactly. But she has a very hard time being present. That's her thing. She's always in her head. Yeah. So it's like, it's not like she's horrible, but she hasn't been present. Like she knows in her space and in herself, like, say like he has like a football game if the kid plays football. She'd be at the football game, but she's in her head. She's not even paying attention. She's not actually enjoying the moment. She's not one of those hands-on moms that's like, okay, I'm going to go do this, this, and this. She provides for him. She makes sure she cares about what he needs. But it's like she finds herself in a space where she's not allowing herself to really be present. And it's the drugs. What are her intuitive gifts? She's pretty clairvoyant. And that's natural because she's a Cancer. So she has that clairvoyant sense to her. But she's also a truth puller. She has a thing to her that even if you don't like Wendy, or even though you know Wendy's a fucking chatterbox, for some reason, she has a way to get the truth out of you. The thyroid gland. I guess so. I'm not gonna lie, she looks good. She does have the Graves. I'm not gonna take away from her Graves' disease, but I feel like the Graves' disease is in some way drug related. And when I say drug related, it's like, okay, it's not like, oh, the drugs made her get it. But it's like, well, if, okay, she's doing drugs and she's not eating, and she hasn't been much of an eater, she started to like take an adaptation to drinking maybe only Diet Coke, but not having a meal. You know what I mean? Like depleting her body in a sense, you know? Of course, is she being honest? I think she's being as honest with herself as she can publicly. Yes. But deep down inside, there's a part of her that it's almost like she wants to leave. But there's another part of her that's like, I fought so hard to get here that what would I do after this? Like, I built this up so much. I built up this whole brand, and I have this show. And for me to leave it, this is like what I've built my whole life to become. And now I'm going to leave it. So, like, she's holding on to it, but a part of her feels like she should just let it, like, go to the wayside altogether. Why won't she leave her husband? It goes back to the whole thing of not being present. Plus, she's still in love with the man that he was, the man that she met 20 odd years ago. And sometimes the people that you fall in love with are not the people that they continue to be. Um, no, she trusts him and she does love him. She trusts him and she does love him, so she's gonna be with him. Like, she trusts him more than any friggin' person she knows. And to be honest with Sucky, like, she kind of really only has him outside of her parents, but they can help her run her business. You know what I mean? Like, but like, he's the only person she can really trust to an extent. Then she knows. It's like you rather the devil you know than the devil that you don't. Oh, I feel like she's known for a while. I feel like every single time that he's cheated on her, for the most part, she's known. If she didn't know, it's definitely been something that's passed her mind. Like, it's like, you know, when you don't know, like, you haven't really been told or you haven't confirmed it in your mind, but when the person tells you or you find out, it makes perfect sense because you can go back to different scenarios and remember you thought that, but now it's just being confirmed. It's like that. If there's ever like fly-by-night woman. But whoever has been consistent, she knows. She knows. She's not gonna leave Kevin. He the brain, yeah, behind her success. Yeah, no. But like, oddly enough, he's one of few that he could only really trust. Because you know, Kevin could be many things, but I don't think Kevin would ever put her in a position where he would leave her with nothing. Oh, for years. She's been doing coke for years. Because even when she was on the radio, like she talked about her cocaine problem, and that was years ago. She's been doing like cocaine for like 20 something odd plus years, for a very long time. Kevin, yes. I see a baby. Yeah, I kind of see a child around the girl. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do see a child around the girl. She's gonna leave Kevin though. They're gonna split up. Like after the show and everything, they're definitely gonna split up. And then that's when she's gonna go on the journey that she needs to go on, and really work on herself, and let it just be about her. It hasn't been about her in a very long time. It's been a lot about her brand and the success that she wanted to attain, but not enough about her, like Wendy inside. She hasn't really been living her life under that, getting in touch with herself and honoring herself. What? Oh my gosh. I feel like if she goes on to Anyala, they're going to buck heads. Definitely, they're going to buck heads. But I feel like Ayana will be able to break her down. But I feel like it's be one of those things that they're instantaneously going to buck heads. If they ever do that, oh my gosh, that would break the internet. That would break the internet. Yeah. I know she ain't gonna do that. Imagine she did. I don't see like Wendy. I don't know if she would do like a show, but I can see her doing what she did with Karuchi, like do a sit down. Like I can see her doing a sit down with Wendy, or Wendy with her rather. But like, I don't exactly see, you know. That was so wild. Beloved, you're not gonna talk to me that way, beloved. Yeah, I love Ayanla. I would love to go to Ayanla, but I want my business out there like that. Ah, not even that. A lot of stuff that happened in my life I've already worked through, but like I would love to go to Ayanla, child. She's too real and blunt, and I just love how she does not make anyone take her out of her element. I love that about her. Like, you could literally be going crazy and she would just stand still and look at you. I'm like, girl, I need to acquire that. Hello, Kathy. Are you serious? I never heard that. Yes, Ale. Which stunt? Let me Google that. I didn't hear about that. I'm seeing one from 2017. I'm not seeing anything recently. All I'm seeing is Chinese daredevil dies in 62-story fall. Tapping the power within. Hi, KP. Adi was talking to me about it yesterday, and I was watching Ayanla yesterday. I was watching her stuff yesterday, and I found it so creepy, and the fact that she was brought up again. I don't know. Yeah, Vico is very pretty. She's a very pretty girl. Oh, really? Congrats, KP. Thank you for letting me do a reading with you. I need to get that book. I'm getting that book. I'm going on Amazon tonight and getting it. Okay, I think I have to come off now. Yeah, because I have to get off at 9. I got to go to the store before it closes, child. So do you guys have any questions? I can answer a few questions before I get off. And I'm going to try to come back on tonight. I think I'm on to CM. I know I say that all the time, but I'm gonna come on because, to be honest, I haven't really booked anyone this evening. Like I said, I've been on my chill, so I should be able to come on tonight. Are you doing number readings? No, I only do number readings if somebody buys a reading for somebody else, and then I kind of auction off that reading. But usually what I do is if you have a private question, it's $10 for one question, $50 for two. Yeah, you gotta rewatch it. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen, the timestamp for the Wendy Williams reading is at 28:33. Because we were doing a whole lot of talking about other crap earlier. So there's that. So I shall be on earlier or later. I think she's gonna be able to keep her fame. I think she's gonna start a podcast. Like, I see her going back to radio. And she's definitely gonna do more interviews. She'll keep her fame. But she needs to scale back. She knows she wants to scale back and she needs to. Definitely does. All right. So I'll be signing off. I do want to thank you for your time and rocking with me. May God bless you and the angels protect you. Good night.